Oh, mother of God, there's a shot I'm after getting. Why, I'm done with you for your worse than me sister Mary.
It's a very intense play. I mean, the laughter is intense, and the party scene is intense, and the danger is intense, and the heartbreak is very intense.
I was riddled with bullets! The darling son was riddled with bullets!
Have a vision in your head of what it's going to look like and sound like.
I'm not to be quiet, I'm not to be quiet. He's a nice father, isn't he? Is it any wonder Mary went astray?
But you love me, even though I'm gonna have a baby.
It's one loss after another.
Because some poor body's been found and they think it's...
Oh, Johnny! Johnny!
So I want them to leave the audience in bits.
I seen Robbie Tancred kneeling down before the statue, and the red light was shining on him. And when I went in, he turned to look at me, and then I seen the wounds bleeding in his breast. Oh, why did he look at me like that? It wasn't my fault he was done in, mother. It wasn't my fault.
So my name's Tom Humphreys. I'm playing Johnny in Juno and the Paycock. I'm a student at the University of Winchester, training to be a primary school teacher, specialising in RE.
Oh, mother, run in and see if the light's lighting before the statue.
Jack, go in and see if the light's lighting before the statue.
I won't hold me tongue. I won't hold me tongue. I'll tell you what I think your father and all is you.
Johnny!
I wanted to take part of Johnny because he was, like I said, so different to me. It was just, and it was completely different to anything I've ever done before, because he's like probably like a manic depressive, and he's obviously got post-traumatic stress, and it was just something I've never experienced before. And it was, I've normally in plays I've done before, I've always been in like a comic role, so it's really nice to come into like a role that does have comedy moments and have absolutely none of them. And like I think like Cecily says, I've got like one line that's funny and that's it.
I'll bring you in a nice cup of tea.
Oh, Tay, you're always thinking of Tay. If that man was dying, you tried to make him swallow a cup of your tea.
In terms of the people who auditioned, I thought he was the best, obviously, and his accent is excellent.
Haven't I done enough for Ireland? Look at me arm, I lost it for Ireland, and me hipster choices I'll never be able to walk right again. Haven't I done enough for Ireland?
He's been a tremendous member of the company. It's a difficult role, because all he does is pop out and be hysterical and pop back in again.
Here in the old days, and he and Johnny used to be always together.
Oh, how many times am I having to be telling you? He was no friend of mine. I could never stick him and he could never stick me.
Give him Terry Raz. A word, Johnson. I'm not deaf.
Who's that? Who's that at the door? Do you hear me? Are you deaf or drunk or what?
Yeah, it's going really well. We're making really good progress actually. Every time we do it, it gets a lot faster, which is the key, and a lot smoother. And I feel now a lot, personally, like I don't have to go on, and like every time before I was going off stage, I was having to check where we were and what we, like not really following it along, but just needing to know what I was doing next. And now I don't really need that as much. There are still times when I need it.
There isn't much time. Come on!
Sorry, line.
I'm an old comrade.
I'm an old comrade. You just wouldn't shoot an old comrade.
So I've always done like comic roles. I've done a few serious ones like as part of courses, but never like on this scale. So I've done 3 pantos, which are quite easy to direct, I must admit. So long as they say the lines and it's funny, that normally works. I was in The Wizard of Oz in the ensemble when I was like 12, and I was a munchkin, and it was potentially the best time of my life. So much better, Johnny. So much better.
Another penetrating the heart.
Quit that freedom, for God's sake. Are you losing all your feelings? Soon there'll be that none of you read anything not about the killing of people.
He's getting very sensitive all of a sudden.
The biggest challenge for me personally is definitely the physical challenge of it. I think it's going to be a mix of either the accents,
the killing of people. Isn't it bad enough that these things happen?
My ability to limp, which is much more difficult than I thought it was. I thought it was really easy, and like the specific type of limp for if it's a hip is off the scale.
Come on!
Sacred heart of Jesus, have mercy on me.
Try and move it past.
I can't even be limp.
It's me limp.
When I do the limp, if I have like a build up to it, I'm fine. But because that section is back there is so small that I almost need like a run up to start doing it with. So So Cecily and I think Helen, the stage manager, came up with the idea of putting a spoon in my shoe because then it just gives me a limp automatically and I don't have to think about it. I googled like how to walk convincingly with a limp and it was like, don't do it for too long or you'll actually get a limp. And I was like, oh great, I've only got 8 shows to get through.
Yeah. He's going to put on the gramophone tonight, or he is not.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, my biggest fear is my accent, because I'm alright with it, but then if I ever think that I sound like something different, I then can't get back to the accent.
It's terrible. I suppose you told him everything. Couldn't you have waited for a few days?
And my arm, but luckily that'd be strapped behind my back, but I'm so scared I'm going to come on stage with my arm, just like having grown it back.
Should I have to
Jump up quickly, quickest.
I don't this arm.
The accents are beginning to wander a little bit, but we'll have our tame Dubliner coming in to work on us next week.
Hard to do because you got from the end of the word and the middle of the word as well. So I was trying to remember to keep them rolled a lot and soften the T's, because sometimes the T's are a bit clipped.
Yeah, it was great. He was really useful. He came in, I think, on my first rehearsal, and that was terrifying. So I remember as well, my first line in the script, when I first read it, I was like, I don't know how to say that. And it was butchering, and I couldn't say it without going Liverpudlian, so I asked Cecily and we changed it. And so it's really useful him coming in then, because I was a bit too posh with my Dublin accent, so I had to make it a bit rougher. Now he's been able to make it even more rougher, like getting rid of G's at the end of words, because it's just stuff you forget. Is Mary going to stay here? Obviously, we learnt our lines ages ago, but like that really helped knowing them like a month before. And it's a really weird thing that happens is whenever you do a show at a certain time, like when you get close to the show, you just all really bond and you all really click. And that happened like a couple of days ago. We were all just sat just having a chat. And I think when you're like that as well, it always helps the show because we become like real people rather than people that don't really know each other.
Very touchy, Miss.
Wow!
Oh my Mother of God, what's that?
God have mercy on me, Mother of God, shelter me, shelter your son.
What is it? What ails you, Johnny?
What ails you, Johnny?
Yeah, because I had to do a scream yesterday for my act 2 when I see a ghost, and I completely forgot the prompt lady was in there. So I went in and screamed and like deafened her, and then had to walk back out on stage, and I was trying not to laugh because of the fact that I just deafened her. I'm so unlike him. I've never experienced the same things as him, so it's really difficult to like imagine that because I've never got someone killed, I hope.
I seen Robbie Tancred kneeling down before the statue, and the red light was shining on him.
I think I prefer doing anger than to the hysterical. Because when I was doing hysterical, I just always feel embarrassed because that's just me. Like it's just me on my own being like terrified. Whereas at arguments, everyone's having a good old go at each other. So I do really enjoy doing that. So it's quite nice, and that's one of I think that's the first scene we did. So I think it's probably just the one I feel most comfortable with.
Hush, Johnny, for my sake, be quiet, for your mother's sake.
I'm going out.
And apparently we've got some people watching the dress rehearsal, which is exciting. Because it'll be like new people, so it'd be nice to get a reaction. Like, I mean, I don't get any laughs, but it'll be nice to see when there's like pauses for laughs and stuff.
And saying, what is the stars? What is the stars?
Get out of this, Jackson Daly.
It's a play that, for me, ticks all the boxes. It has humour, it has drama, it has blood, it has the whole lot. If you say bird, Dublin people and indeed Irish people would say bird. Dirty birds.
Dirty birds.
Dirty birds.
I wish to God a bullet or a bum had whipped me out this long ago.
I'm taking something that doesn't belong to you.
But Captain Boyle is Captain Boyle.
So I get really bad nerves, but I always find as well once I've done my first scene and I've gone off and I can breathe, because it's almost like I just need to see the audience, and then once they're there, then I'm fine.
Ireland, 1912. Home Rule Bill passed by British government.
It's like a projection cue, it goes on for like 2 minutes, and I know for that point that'll be when it'll start, and that's when I'll be really nervous and I won't talk or breathe. Final dress rehearsal tonight went very well. I had lovely comments from Cecily and fellow cast members about how well it went. We all got lovely comments. It weren't just me, I just got a big head. It went very well. Really enjoyed it tonight. Open tomorrow, 7:45. Oh, just having a cup of tea, cut that bit out.
mouth shut.
Oh, this is unbearable.
Are you burning to tell everyone on the shame you've brought on us?
I'll bring you in a nice cup of tea.
Oh, Tay, you're always thinking of Tay. If that man was dying, you tried to make him swallow a cup of your tea. What's happening us? I won't hold me tongue. I'll tell you what I think of you, father, and all as yours.
For God's sake, be quiet.
Can't not be quiet. I'll not be quiet. He's a nice father, isn't he? Is it anyone that Mary went astray? I wish to God a bullet or a bomb had whipped me out of this long ago. Not one of you has any thought for me. Good God, haven't I done enough for Ireland?
Boyle, no man can do enough for Ireland.
Are you going to do it, Cormac? Look at me arm, I lost it for Ireland.
Poor Tancred lost his life for Ireland. Come on.
Oh, Sacred Heart of Jesus, have mercy on me. Blessed Mother of God, be with me now in the agonies of death. Amen. It was a very emotional day yesterday because we sort of went back and saw everyone for the final time. Yeah, really gutted that it's finished, really upset. I've loved it, I've loved every minute of it. I've made some great new friends. Hopefully I'll get to work with them all again soon because they're amazingly talented and wonderful. It's just been such a fab experience. I've loved every minute of it.